All right, welcome back, you guys. We got a boring ass free agency to talk about. Let's get it with the Rockets. We're gonna talk about Dylan Brooks' crazy ass contract. We just gonna rate them for you guys, and on a scale of, and now yeah, we could just do A, B, and C, D, F, whatever, like that, right? So like a little school grading system. I'm gonna give the Rockets as a whole probably a C on this one. To be honest, I would say a D, but I mean technically they are getting better. So yeah, and they do have Jalen Green still. So yeah, they're only going up with this. So if they were going down, I'll say a D, but for now I'll say a C. What's your grade?
I get Van Fleet. I definitely understand Jeff Green. That's just a locker room presence. He probably won't even play like that. The big from the Suns. I mean, there was rumored to get Brook Lopez like the entire time. So if we're going from Brook to him, that's a huge ass drop off. But I mean, I'm assuming they're gonna start Sengun at the 5 as they should. So him as a backup isn't that bad. They did spend a lot though. I hate when teams just spend just because they got money. Like I feel like they did not have to give Dylan Brooks that much money, especially because he's still young. But your future cornerstones is Jalen Green, Jabari Smith, Sengun, and then you just drafted Amen Thompson, and then you drafted another wing, Cam. So either they don't think Cam is ready because that's why he fell in the draft, or they really must like Dylan Brooks. And I mean, he can bring a defensive presence, toughness to the team, but I don't know. That's a big overpay. And getting Fred, I mean, Fred's good, kind of inefficient, but I mean that's just another veteran presence, like I said. So overall, I'm gonna agree with the C. It would be better if they had cheaper numbers. If all these were a little bit lower, then it'd probably be like a B minus. But at that price, like that's some steep prices you paying right there.
Yeah, I agree for sure. The only reason why the numbers to us look crazy is when you actually compare them to other players. Like, let's say a Fred to a Kyrie. We'll be talking about Kyrie's numbers soon, but Kyrie got paid way less than this, and so did Westbrook if you compare him to Dylan Brooks. So, I mean, who you think is a better player, you know? So it's just ridiculous on the numbers. The number wise, that's one of the reasons why it's a C for me. Did you say you're great?
Yeah, I'll give it a C also.
A C, all right.
I'll give it a C.
All right, for sure. Next one will be Russell Westbrook. So, like I said, if you compare this to the Dylan Brooks that we were just talking about, Dylan Brooks was like what, 80 million 4 years or something like that. Westbrook is getting only 8 million for 2 years, so that's a ridiculous difference right there. Like, that mind boggles me, to be honest. But to just grade this individually, I mean, the Clippers got a bargain. I'll say that. If you want to compare it to Dylan Brooks again, I'll give it a cool like B minus. It'll be a B minus. We just have to see if Westbrook still has that engine going. That energy. Can he actually be an efficient point guard? Can he actually be a playmaking point guard as well too? Because I feel like that's what the Clippers need at the moment. So what do you feel like?
For the Clippers, I give it an A.
A?
I mean, you already seen how he played for you last year. He did good in the playoffs. And granted, he ended up being by himself, but he still was a good player for them last year. They are rumored to get Harden, so if they end up trading like Terrence Mann and Marcus Morris and whatever like salary cap filler for Harden, I mean Westbrook, Harden, PG, Kawhi, because they say they're not giving up PG, so I mean for the value, I can't argue with it. I'm surprised Westbrook even took this contract. To be honest, I did not. I would at least expect about what like Torian Prince got from the Lakers, something like that. Like maybe $6 million a year or something.
Yeah, a little
Like,
bit of a fight type shit.
Yeah, that's like the Clippers just know you don't lose any. Like you're not risking anything. If it end up don't work, you can just cut him. But that wouldn't happen. So he played well for them last year. It's like a good relationship, way better than his last situation. So I give it an A.
True. I only say a B minus because we don't know what Westbrook would do. He's pushing almost 40. Come on. So it's like, can he really be doing this? And the way he plays the game is just like off of, energy and stuff. And I don't know. I just feel like it's hard to do this year after year, LaMelo Ball. And he's signing a 5-year deal, maximum contract with his team, the Hornets. I say this is a very great signing because, obviously, I think he's a superstar in the making. He just needs a little bit more time. And I think he's injured right now, right? So just give him some time, and I think he'll do some wonderful things for the team for sure. Just, surround him with some pieces as well. He's a playmaker, so get him some shooters, some bigs. I think they just signed Miles Bridges. I think so. So that should help out. He's coming back, and we'll see what they do in a couple of years. But that's for sure. I say for sure like B+.
Me personally, these Supermax contracts are crazy. We'll get into the other ones, but I give it a B. It's one of those situations where they have to give him that. So it's like you're not gonna let him walk. You're not even gonna let him get in restricted free agency. So they have to give him that. So it's a B. He still gotta live up to it though, because if they giving you that, like you gotta get them to the playoffs. They made the play-in twice and they lost both years. So they have to get into the playoffs. The East is even weaker. Like, they have to get into the playoffs.
Yeah, it's just an investment, I feel like they're investing in him. And I think it's a good investment. Life is risky, so. All right, and then we got Kyrie. He's going back to Dallas for $126 for 3 years. And we were just talking about how the comparison between him and Fred's contract is just completely different, and I believe Kyrie deserves a little bit more, but this is obviously, a friendly contract for the team. And we don't know his commitment. That's probably what they're thinking, hit from his past and things like that. So I think it's a pretty good signing right here. I give it like a B+. It's not bad.
Yeah, I would agree. I don't understand why they couldn't agree on a 4-year deal. I'm pretty sure he wanted a 4-year deal. I mean, it was rumors that this probably going to be his last contract. But, I mean, Kyrie is a great talent. So, to get him at that bargain price, I mean, that's a win for the team. Win for him because he got more than a 2-year deal. Because a lot of rumors last year that he only going to get a 2-year deal, which is crazy. But, yeah, it's a good for both sides, I would say. I'll give it a B+.
Yeah, with a player option too, yeah. I think I said B+ too, right? So we in the same page. All right, next one is Kevin Love. I'll be quick with this one. Great shooter. I know he's old. I mean, he's a role player. You can't really expect him to do too much. I'll give him an easy B for the team. He just fits right in. Who doesn't want a shooter too, in this age? So, as a power forward, so yeah.
We got shooters. Shout out to Son Whiteside. Yeah, I'll give it a solid B. I mean, if he don't perform well because of age, then you just set him on the bench. But shooters gonna shoot, so you always gonna need that. And if they get Dame, you gonna need some shooters. So,
yes, sir. All right, we got a semi big one. D Rose is going to the Grizzlies. So I'm pretty sure he's going to be a backup point guard to Ja for, what is that, 6.5 mil? I mean, it's a minimum contract, right?
Yeah.
So
It should be.
I mean, I don't know. Like, it's all right. It's just one of those we got to see moments. So because of that, I'll give it a C. No pun intended. But yeah, what about you?
I give it a B. One, because D Rose still got some in the tank. New York just wasn't playing him.
You think so?
Yeah, he definitely has more in the tank. I know he's older, but he definitely got more in the tank. His game has changed to where he doesn't have, rely on his athleticism to be, a good source of offense. But yeah, I give it a B. And also because D Rose vet presence, that team needs vet presence, definitely. I know they got Marcus Smart now, but even Marcus Smart, I'm pretty sure he's a good vocal leader, but you still need somebody that's really been through it all, especially with the Ja Morant situation. I mean, D Rose, Chicago, he went to Memphis, like it's perfect person to get in Ja's head. So, and then Ja's gonna be suspended for a little bit, so having D Rose off the bench, and then when Ja comes back, still have D Rose off the bench. So it's a good spot for both parties.
Facts. So what'd you give it?
I give it a B.
A B. Got Draymond Green with 100 M's. The only thing with this for me is I think he deserves 100 for sure, but only if he's staying with the Warriors, and that's what he did. So just because he's so important for that core, the Curry and Clay core, so it's perfect. It's perfect that the amount they gave him is perfect that he's staying. I give it a good B plus. Yeah, and I like the trade they made with Jordan Poole, to be honest, because there was a little friction with that. But I mean, yeah, it's all right. What about you?
You like the Jordan Poole trade?
Yeah, I liked it.
Now, do you like that because they got rid of him, or do you like what they got back?
No, because they got rid of him.
Oh, because what they got back.
No.
They got, I don't know what they were thinking when they got back. Like, I get it, but I don't get it. But anyways, back to Draymond. This is one of those contracts where it's like, we know how important you are and how important you've been, so we're rewarding you. I don't think he's worth 100 at this age, because he still misses games. Usually in the playoffs, he doesn't usually miss games, and I guess that's when it's most important. But still, he misses games a lot in the regular season, and he's a little older. So for 100, it's a little high, but it's also just a rewarding contract. Like, we appreciate you, so here we go. We're going to give you 100. So I give it a B minus.
But I think it's worth more for the Warriors, though. He's worth more I can't see him on any other team, really.
Yeah, he's one of those glue guys. Like, he set the tone. He set the foundation of the whole team. So definitely important.
Yeah, he wouldn't be worth anywhere else that much, I feel like, at all. All right, the next one, Middleton. He's staying with Giannis. I mean, if he left, I feel like the Bucks would be in shambles. They don't really have anybody else to pick up. I can't really see Harden there. Can't see Dame, to be honest. I mean, he'll be a better fit, but I doubt that could even happen, to be honest. But no, yeah, it's good that he stayed. The amount that they got him for is a little bit over, I believe. Because I don't think he's worth that much, to be honest. But I give it a good B minus.
Yeah, that amount at his age and the games he's missed last year, I give it a C plus. This is more so they kind of had to give him that because they couldn't lose him. Even though they played the majority of the season last year without him, they just can't lose him. So I give it a C plus. I hope he bounces back because Middleton, when they championship run, was on par. So hope he bounces back and can stay healthy this year.
I do want to see Giannis with another superstar, though, to be honest. Like, somebody other than Middleton. I don't know who, but I want to see how great he would be, bro.
It should be Dame.
Bro, I mean,
it should be Dame. Like whether or not it can actually happen, it should be Dame though.
Okay, we got Kyle Kuzma, 102 with the Washington Wizards. Okay, it looked like you got something to spit. Go ahead then.
Hey, get your bread, Kuz. Get your bread. I ain't mad. I'm not mad. The Wizards, I mean, they got rid of Beal. They got rid of Porzingis. It's almost Kuz's team. See, he gonna be fighting for it with Jordan Poole, basically. So, hey, All-Star Kuz, maybe. I don't know. He's since he got to the Wizards, he's been very solid. It's just that he's been in the shadows of Beal and like sort of the shadows of Porzingis. So he's been very solid. So I give it a B minus because one of those like if it don't work out, they can trade him later on. But you need somebody on your team. So yeah, he's still young. It's not like he's old, so he can still get better.
Yeah, no, I give this for sure a B plus. The money looks great because of his age, his investment. He's good. He's not going down. His peak just begun, if not yet. I like it honestly. I ain't got nothing else to say. You said it all. To be honest.
All-Star Cool's coming up. Book it.
All right, we got another quick one. Bane. Yeah, this is wild. This is wild. I don't care what people say, bro. This is wild. Bro, like, people like this, I'm not knocking him for getting his money, but there's other people that are, like, I don't know. This is wild, bro. What is that, 207 for 5 years? Nah, that's wild, bro. That's wild. That's for surely like a C on the money-wise is a C, but for keeping him, I give him a B, but it's for surely a C.
Don't kill me. That is a D plus.
A D plus.
That
hey,
is a D plus. Salute to you and your agent for getting you that money. All power to both of y'all, but like again, I said that is one of those contracts situations where you have to give him that just because. It don't even make sense because he is getting paid way more than a lot of people. He getting paid more than a bunch of all-star snubs, and he's not an all-star snub. Maybe he can get there one day, but he's not even an all-star snub. So the fact that he's getting that is crazy. Wow. And the fact that basically what you're saying is your big three is for sure him, Ja, and Jaren Jackson. They have to all get better. There's no outs of it. Like, they have to all get better. That's what this contract is. They're basically saying that he is the backcourt duo. Like, they have to get better.
Wild.
He's a good player, but I don't see a star. I don't see a superstar like that. D plus. D plus.
D plus. All right, we got Max. He's actually gonna be traded to the Cavaliers, I believe, and I mean, he's a shooter, another role player. People think he's better than what he is. I don't believe it. For 4 years, $63 million. I mean, what is that like? About? Can you do the math on that? How many?
60 says 63.
Yeah, for
it's about
40.
15.
15 million
a year.
Dog, that's low key a little bit too much, ain't it? Just for a shooter? I don't know.
What's your grade on it?
I might have to give it a... He getting his money, though, so I give it a C. Yeah. What about you?
For the Cavs, I'm giving that like a C minus.
C minus.
Because they needed wing help, but they needed like another person that can get their own shot.
Yeah.
That's not him.
Not.
We've seen that. That's not him. Like even having Levert off the bench, like he was supposed to perform a little bit better. Like they need an actual good small forward, and this was not it for me. C minus.
C minus. All right, we got Cam Johnson. 4 years, 108 to the Nets. I mean, he was one of the core pieces with the Kevin Durant trade, him and Mikal, right? So I'll say for that amount, I feel like it's a little bit too much, but it's still. I think he's a great player though, so I'll give it a cool like a B minus. I feel like he could get better too. That's the reason why I give it that. It might seem a lot. But I don't know. I'm just a believer. That's why.
Might seem a lot.
I mean,
he's almost making 30 a year.
4 years. I mean, bro, I think he would be. I don't know, man. I think he would do great. Great things. Great things. That's a hot take.
What was your grade?
I said a B minus.
C. It's a C. Again, it's one of those situations where we gotta pay you just because, whether it makes sense or not. You got him in the Kevin Durant trade, you have to keep him. Because then it don't look like you got Mikal Bridges and picks. Which is not terrible, but it's just like, we gotta keep you. Like, what else we gonna do? He is what he is. He's not like a person that's gonna create his own shot. Like, even Mikal Bridges changed his game, sort of, from coming from Phoenix. Like, he became like, he looked like he could become the man one day or something. Or at least the number 2. That's not Cam Johnson to me. So I give it a C. That's more of a 6-man, maybe. And even then, he's kind of like a 3 and D. Sometimes he get like a little mid-range pull-up, and he's not like he's young as Mikal. He's a little older. So his game, like, he is what he is. So I give it a C.
Now this one is where I feel like he getting paid too much. All right, so we got Jeremy Grant getting paid $160. All right. So you want to do the math on that? I think it's about like what, 26, 28.
160 for what is it? 4 years?
5 years.
32.
It's 32 million. Yeah. Anyways, let's just talk about his game. Overrated, I feel like. He didn't do much last year. He's not really a superstar. The best that you'll get from him is maybe an all-star player, but that's if some players are injured and can't make it to the all-star team. So that's his best, I feel like. So I completely don't agree with this. I don't think he deserves that much money. I mean, I don't want to be a person that just be like, no, take that money away from him. Let him get paid, but I'm just saying there's other players that deserve a little bit more. So to me, that's a D+. You got it?
I give it a C-. Like, their highest paid player now. Once Dame leaves.
Oh,
assuming he actually goes. This is not one of those situations where you pay him just to pay him. Because you have to pay him. They chose to pay him. They could have let him walk. Especially Dame, like, you knew they wasn't getting better. Like, you could see this trade request coming. They could have just let Jeremy Grant walk. Or get his signing trade or something. Because for a rebuilding team, I don't think he was necessarily needed to stay there.
Facts.
He's not super young. I don't know how. He probably was like 27, 28-ish. Like, he's not needed. He would be great, like a third piece on a championship ready team. But on Portland, it's like, we just paying you just to pay you. And then
it don't make no sense.
It really doesn't. It really doesn't. It's about to be a rebuilding team. Like, I don't know why he would be there, but hey, get your money. Because the way he came into the league, his game was totally different. He wasn't even a scorer at first. He literally was just, a defensive player. Couldn't even really hit a 3-ball. That's why they struggled when OKC had him. So, yeah, get your money, but C-.
Bro's not even good on 2K. Come on. All right, our final one. Save the best for last. Because I know I got a lot of Laker fans on this channel. A lot of subscribers that love the Lakers. So we're gonna be talking about, the signings, the players that stayed. Oh, and also I know you guys can't see it on this picture, but we do have Austin Reeves as well. So keep that in mind. But let's just go down the list real quick. I mean, we could just, grade it as a total team. We don't have to do individuals. But I feel like this will look great with LeBron and AD, to be honest. It's not that bad. It's really not. It could be a little bit better, but it's not that bad. So I'll give it a good B plus.
I give it an A.
Okay.
The only thing that I'm like on is swapping Vincent for Schroeder. Just because I feel like Schroeder, he won a lot of games for the Lakers last year. And he had a lot of good moments. Obviously every player has their bad moments, but he showed up like when they needed him most last year. So that's the only one I'm kind of iffy on. But I mean, Torian Prince basically for Troy Brown, Bamba basically for Hayes, Reddish essentially for Lonnie Walker. You kept Reeves, you kept D'Lo, you kept Hachimura, and they kept them on good deals too. They didn't just keep them overpaid. They got bargain deals basically. So that's why I give it an A. And you still got Christie, you still got Vando. They need one more big though for sure. I don't know if Bamba actually gonna come back on a minimum deal. It's rumored. They definitely need one more big. Preferably a big that can stretch the floor, but if they can't, just get another big, period. But I give it an A. They keep the chemistry, but added some new faces. Yeah, they should be good. They should be top 4, at least in the West, for sure.
Yeah, solid.